What's poppin', people? Welcome back to Say Less with Kaz and Lowkey. My name is Kaz.
Yo, what up? This is Lowkey from New Jersey, Howard University graduate, host of Hip Hop R&B Throwback on Apple Music Hits, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10, taking you down a journey of 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
You better get your plugs in, Negro. Plug your shit.
On demand whenever you get a chance
shit
on Apple Music.
Damn it. Everybody who's listening to this podcast, whether you're on Apple, Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, Amazon, I appreciate the subscribe, but we do hope that you go to youtube.com/Kazim to get the full video version. First off, here's the thing, Rick. You got to address the people that aren't watching first before you address the people that are watching. I mean, the mic, you could...
I was just curious because the mics aren't working.
The mics work.
We either act like they're working.
I mean, they work.
No, people can hear you.
They can hear you.
No, they're not working. I know what a mic.
Well, we're not on stage, so
there's no speakers here. Like you won't be able to hear yourself.
I'm not introduced yet.
That's what the guy with the headphones does.
Which camera are we looking at?
All three.
There's three of them.
If you want to address
another guy here.
Yes,
okay.
And this is what we do. Like usually when we start the show,
you guys don't introduce me.
No, just let us.
So
let us
usually,
do a process.
Yeah, there's a process.
All right, I'll be here.
It's a process, Rick. So usually,
so we do cast first.
I usually start the what's up, poppin' people? Welcome to Say Less. Then Low does his thing.
And then we acknowledge
everyone in the house. Yeah. You know what I mean? My man Eden always handling the video.
Okay.
1, 2.
Who else we got?
We got big motherfucking Jake behind the bar.
And we got some guests in the building.
We got guests in the building. We got
Fox
Whitney
Files.
here. Fox Files in the
Whitney
back.
from Detroit.
Yeah.
We got the family in here.
It's a nice episode. It's game 1 of the finals tonight.
Game 1, Miami, LA.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. We're watching it right now. But we have a special guest who drove 8 hours.
8 hours.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
To
get the family love. We might have to call this Family Ties Part 2.
What gonna do?
You know Uncle Charles actually did a real story?
What?
I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
You know Uncle Charles?
Yeah, everyone knows Uncle
Let's
Charles.
introduce him first and then
let's introduce our guest.
That could be a rapper tales.
It could be. There you go.
That's a rapper tales.
Anyway, one of our good long-time friends. Why, buddy?
You said anyway. No, for real.
What do you usually say?
Anyways is a colloquialism.
Anyways?
Yeah.
No.
If someone says anyways, just know they're not versed in English.
Is it like woo? Like words that aren't real words?
What the fuck you looking at me for?
Exactly what it is.
There you go.
People all the time say anyways.
Yeah.
But if you hear somebody says anyway, just know they've studied the English. And the fact you just say anyway.
Shout out to my English
Kaz,
teacher,
I think
bro.
this is one of the first guests that has done so much talking before we have actually introduced him to the actual audience.
Yo, my man, are you agreeing?
But I don't want him to.
I just broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. I don't want him to. We break, like, there's several walls here. We break them all.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Mom.
Yo, today's episode, we got the incredibly funny, one of the most literal interesting men on the entire planet. Yes. I always say
top 3.
At least top 3.
No, I think I'm number 1.
At least top 3. Like you're top 3.
I'm number 1.
Can we fucking introduce you first? Jesus.
My name is Ricky Smith. They call me Rickonia. Yes. Okay, whatever. Such me. Name me 2 people more interesting me.
Listen, I know mad interesting people.
No, okay, let me run through my list.
Okay, what's your list?
3. Top 3.
Let me throw my list why I'm the most interesting person I think on the planet.
Okay,
all right, Wada.
3 reasons.
And I gotta know who's below and right after.
Okay, think about your people in your mind.
No,
did they throw?
You
3 reasons.
Did they throw out a first pitch?
Okay, yes, you have thrown out.
Did they throw out first pitch?
Oh, the people I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, I've thrown out a first pitch.
Yeah.
Did the McDonald's commercial? I already know that's a lie because me and Travis Scott. We're the only 2.
Okay, no.
And I had mine first.
I mean, I did a McDonald's.
Yeah, Kaz.
It was my commercial. Whole ad
but Kaz did it. Kaz did one.
All right,
shout out Spice Adams.
Did they live in Tichina Arnold's couch?
No.
Okay.
Is that interesting?
Yeah, Pam.
That's extremely interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
She hates people. She's a germaphobe.
Those are your 3 entry points?
I keep going.
Those are your 3?
Are they verified? And Instagram don't even know why he's verified.
That's
They gave me a check without reason.
Aren't you verified?
I am verified.
No,
I'm verified.
why? You know why? You have shows. I have. Okay, did he get a show on Travel Channel as a drunk?
I mean, that was a great
first
show.
black guy ever with a show on Travel Channel. True story.
I mean, you're definitely not the first.
I was
drunk with a show.
But this is why
black guy on Travel Channel.
But this is why you're verified. Because
I'll keep going.
Please.
One more reason.
Who learned how to DJ for retirement people?
Retirement people?
Okay.
Well, I can't say homes because I just
All right.
old folks.
Okay. Let's.
Old
Okay.
I'm the official DJ of
Okay.
old folks.
I mean, you were Funkmaster senior citizens?
Yeah, I get it in too. They're all
Senior Funk Flex.
Senior Funk Flex.
Wait, so I didn't win so far?
I mean, top three.
I sponsored a Black Lives Matter mural in Cleveland.
This is true.
Interesting.
This is very true.
All right. Yeah. Very
Give
interesting.
me, okay, you're a person you think of. Give me their tape.
All right. The person I'm thinking of, one of the two, okay. They didn't have a McDonald's commercial.
Nope.
Right.
They did.
Black Lives Matter mural.
They didn't have a Black Lives Matter.
DJ for retirement homes.
No.
Did they go on BBC?
They weren't.
New York Times did an article about me a month ago about me being the only black NASCAR fan.
You're not the only black NASCAR fan.
The article said I was.
Stop it.
Name me three.
There's actual
Jordan.
bro, Michael Jordan. There you go. He's
no,
just-
Michael Jordan.
Huh?
Michael Jordan's doing it for the money.
How?
Shut
First off,
fuck
NASCAR is mad country bumpkin sport. So like, yes,
Okay, I'm saying
there
a
are
black. No, a black.
I'm
I grew up
talking
in
about
Cleveland. Have you been to Cleveland?
Unfortunately, no.
We don't
I
have-
haven't.
I have. It's
You
fun.
have?
We don't. Yeah, we don't have a
Listen,
fake
I make
black.
a lot of jokes about Cleveland, and I hold back only because I know you.
Go,
that's
give 'em.
that's enough
Shoot
to
'em
put
up.
you in my top three.
I make African jokes. I know you.
That's true, but like everybody does.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's okay. I don't mind the clicks.
Don't stop.
And now I got the Niger kit on too.
That's the Nigerian.
You
The soccer joint, right?
Yeah,
it's just-
something
it's just
light.
stuff.
Shout out
It's
to the
just
plug.
I'm just glad you're not
Nike all day.
slapping your
Shout out
thighs.
to you. Yeah, I
was
can.
like-
Look how like listen.
can.
Now, he painted those sweats on tonight.
Listen,
Look,
first
look at-
off, these are mad comfortable. What are you talking about? Just because I have
they
thick
look
legs.
very uncomfortable.
No, I'm just understand when you say these things.
Yes.
You just want to say I'm thick without saying it.
Jesus Christ.
No. That's not.
That's what you're saying.
It's no justification.
Like, yo,
to that.
when you go to a girl, when you go to a shorty, like, yo, somebody poured you into them pants. What are you really saying?
I never want a
So
man.
I'm gonna say,
What are you really saying?
So wait, I'm gonna
You
say to
just
my
wanna call
man.
me
I'm gonna say
thick.
to my man, yo, who poured you into them Nike sweats?
I mean,
Oh, my nigga.
I'm
I mean,
saying.
I would say it, but you never want to hear a man
Wait,
be like,
you-
you're thick.
That's what I'm saying.
You've heard this phrase before.
You
Like,
might have
you
a
look
ye-
like you got poured into them jeans. Like, that's the same
Actually, I've
thing.
never heard that actually.
That's how you
Yes.
compliment your man. You
Nah.
compliment your man by saying, "Oh, my nigga,
No,
working
that's
out."
how you want to.
I've never
'Cause you're
heard a
afraid to
man
say
say
I'm
who
thick.
poured you in
Why
those
can't you just say I'm
jeans.
thick?
No man is ever
no one-
thick.
Why can't you just say I'm thick?
You don't tell your man's they thick.
Listen, I ain't skinny.
We know that.
And I ain't
Okay,
fat.
I would go.
know
Okay,
that.
I got this.
So what am I?
Chunky.
Not chunky. Chunky's
You're
different.
well off.
Chunky.
Whoa.
Well off. Hey.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Pause. 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 A man should tell another man he's well off. Unless nothing wrong with that.
But wait. It's
that-
okay. It's okay to call your friend, yo, you're thick. Girls
Yes.
can say that to their girlfriends.
Yes.
They're supposed to. I'm not going to walk in the barbershop and be like, yo, Kaz, yo, you looking thick today.
I'm not saying that's what you should call me.
And I'm not comfortable saying that.
I'm saying that's what you want to call me.
Why would I want to call
But
you
it's
thick?
uncomfortable for you.
Why would I want to call you thick?
I don't know. You don't want to tell me I look like I got poured into my pants.
Would you say
like
I
I'm
look,
Melissa Ford or something?
would you say I look like a snack if I walked in here with a nice gray sweatsuit on?
No, I wouldn't.
Hey, my point.
All I said is
My point.
You looked at my pants
Yes.
and said you look like those
painted
are
those
painted
on.
those on.
Yeah, that's how tight they are.
You just like first off, they're not. They just. I have thick legs. I have
We
thick
know
legs.
that. We know that.
These aren't tight. Look, these go out pretty. They're very comfortable. I'm just a thick man. Why is it so hard for you to say I'm thick?
Because I don't need to acknowledge the fact that
If he says you're
it's
thick, can we
obvious.
move on?
Yeah, like, are we gonna? Is it
Yes,
fine?
yes, we can move on.
Kaz,
No, don't do it. Don't do
you're a
it. Don't
thick,
do it.
you're a thick black man,
Ah, made you say it.
and I love you. You're a thick black man, and I love you, brother. And that's it. I'm very comfortable in my sexuality because this is my
man,
nigga.
Can you,
Say it,
can you
bro.
breathe? Like, do you pass gas?
Yes,
Exactly.
Does it come out?
Look,
I feel like it's just seep all day.
If that nigga farts as a hot air balloon, that's what that shit looks like in his sweats.
I feel like you have a yeast infection.
Exactly.
Bro, why is it that every episode the tightness of my pants?
Maybe
I
you should
literally
wear
feel like you do this on
pants.
purpose. You do this on purpose. You do this on purpose.
That's a question for you, right?
Yeah, it's not a question for us.
Yeah, let's
don't
ask
know.
you that.
Why do you come?
I got this.
I'm a-
Your
I'm a-
comfortability makes others uncomfortable.
That's a them problem.
Did you pull
bro.
your pants all the way down when you peed as a kid? Were you one of those kids?
I
You go-
was.
you go and you-
I used to tuck the.
I knew it. And now we have a breakthrough. He was a kid. You walk in the bathroom like this. Oh, okay, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Just pull it out. You gotta put your ass You got two ass cheeks just looking at you. Like, come on, man. Ain't no bathrooms in Africa. Like, what's up, bro?
Like, nigga, we're not in Nigeria right now, nigga.
Why am I seeing ass
the
cheeks
pants
of a third grader? Come on,
like,
man.
come on, bro.
So this is how I look at it though. To get past your uncomfortability, right? I'm 4 or 5 years old. I'm 4 or 5 years old, all right? I'm still getting used to the direction of where my urine goes and the splashback, right? Sometimes it gets on the pants, everywhere else. I'm too close to it. You know what I'm saying? I might, you know what I mean?
Did you go to the urinal or did you go to the actual
I'm talking about
stall?
urinals.
Why are you peeing with a full sawed-off shotgun?
Yes.
It shouldn't be going that far, bro.
I mean, I drank a lot of water.
Nigga, it niggas piss like a fire hose. Like,
yes.
Yo,
especially, listen, you know what it was like in school? You always just have to wait to like get permission. You have to like
not in American schools.
What you mean?
They let us go.
Yeah, like in Africa, maybe. Like
we didn't go
to the bathroom whenever we wanted to.
We didn't have to kill a fucking animal first. Then we pee. You killed 2 lions.
Miss Skinner, can I go to the bathroom? Yes, Niall, go ahead.
He had to stay awake for 42 hours. Like,
I was one of these kids. I was the teacher.
Hey, I just want to say, you know what? Appreciate you guys for having me. Thank you so much. I think I lost all the good deeds I've done, all the awkwardness. No, but I would never tell my guy friends about their physical makeup as it is.
Well, I didn't come out and say I look like I got my pants poured on me or painted on me like this man.
That's what it looks like. I'm sorry.
Just say what you want to say.
What size
bro.
are those pants?
These are XL.
Okay.
Extra what the fuck?
These are XL, bro.
Extra what the fuck?
You didn't see the study that came out? People with wide hips and thighs.
It was
with long
about
lives?
women.
Doesn't matter.
I read the same.
It wasn't about black men.
I read the same.
It doesn't matter.
It wasn't about black men,
It was
my
about
nigga.
me. It doesn't matter.
Your comfortableness.
The last
makes me
video
uncomfortable.
we posted from the last episode, this nigga put drumstick emojis in the yeah, the thigh. We were like, all right, my nigga, you know what? Cool. Own it. Nigga put drumstick emojis to describe his thighs. I only want to see it. I only want to see an IG thigh describing their legs like that. Not my best friend. Never.
Bro. Listen,
I knew this episode was gonna go.
Do
There.
you
love your thighs?
I love everything about my body, bro. All thighs matter. All thighs matter, bro. If I was some young harlot on Instagram, would nobody have a problem with the tightness of my sweats,
bro.
Nah, bro.
No, we would not have a problem with it. You're right.
Can I ask you guys a serious question?
Please.
Is there a reason why I'm here? Am I the thigh expert or like?
Yeah.
Where's this conversation? Is there?
This is all right. So
you guys can give me no rundown of a show.
Nah,
this is what happens.
This is the rundown. I was about to say,
I didn't want to see Fox. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. And I brought it up when we was at the hookah spot.
First of all, my name are on my shoes.
Pass the kit. Pass the kit before we get before we keep going. Yo. Pass the kit.
Come on, Whip. Yo,
pass the kit.
Pass the kit.
Pass the kit. We want to talk about my pants exploits.
And I wasn't gonna do it, Rick. I wasn't gonna do it.
I wasn't gonna do it,
Rick. I wasn't gonna do it, bro. I was gonna spare you tonight.
Listen,
I was gonna spare you tonight, Rick.
Am I in the right pocket?
He will never find it.
Is this it?
He'll never.
What is this?
Never find.
Oh, these are
Blah 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 blah.
golf balls.
He'll never find it. No, you won't find it.
Is it in that bag?
No, it's in there. You won't find it.
It's in there. It's in there. It's in there.
It's a secret compartment. You won't find it. All right.
All right,
Hey, come on. Let's go straight to commercial break. We'll be back after these messages.
Oh no.
All right.
Lotion.
Nope. You got lotion?
Extra strength.
Bro, you won't find it.
You dead ass
in TV world, it's called dead air. This is why you guys have a podcast.
No, don't try to distract.
And I have a TV show.
Don't try to distract.
Found it.
What you found?
Bam.
There it is.
Hold up. You want to talk about the thickness in my pants? All right.
No, we didn't say. Okay, we didn't say that.
We got. Nah, you can stay here. Don't leave the heat. Don't leave the heat.
Bring me that.
Come on, we're talking about thickness in hands and beards and all this type of stuff, right? Why? I thought all thickness matters, even the thickness in your.
Okay. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
If you see how old it is.
Yes.
I did not want to come on a podcast with two guys with luxurious. I think I just made that word up.
Luxurious?
Yeah.
I think luxurious.
No. Where I'm from is luxurious.
Luxurious.
Well, yeah, you are. Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, y'all niggas make y'all own shit up. But continue on.
Are you guys done?
Right.
By the way, I just found out paprika is not pronounced paprika yesterday.
Yo, stop
Paprika.
deflecting. Stop deflecting. Come on, let's go.
What?
Stop deflecting. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, deflecting.
Yeah. Two-syllable word.
I just didn't want to come on a podcast with two guys with great beards if I had a marginal beard. And my beard's been terrible. But as you see, my beard looks good now.
All right, so break down the regimen. Break down the
nobody's
routine.
gonna tell
So
you
what I do is
Break down the
I
routine. Break down the routine.
brush down.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you use this. It's called Black Ice. It's $5.99. I bought 10 of these on Amazon.
Wow.
And it's 24-hour long lasting.
Wow.
It only lasts for 24 hours.
If anybody in the YouTube comments could point out where he used the black ice,
Oh, they'll never know. All
that,
right, be honest. What did y'all say after I put it on?
I mean, all right. So
It looked good.
can I be honest now? Can I be honest now? When you got close to it, I didn't see it, but now that it's far away, can't miss it.
Yeah, well, now you know.
Oh no, I see the Picasso.
Now I know
I see the
that.
Picasso. I see the Picasso. Who's there?
I think our guests are.
we got
more guests.
Wait,
Yeah, no, bring him in. Bring him
the
in.
guests or
Yeah,
more
no,
guests?
no.
I mean,
No,
He
bring
didn't
him in.
drive 7 hours.
Bring him in.
Pull him up, Diesel.
Yeah, bring him in. Bring him in.
Please. It's a fun day. Fun
Anyway,
day
let's
today.
talk about some real issues here.
I
All right,
see.
let's get
I mean,
to it.
Are you guys
listen.
registered to vote?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Are you allowed to vote in America?
Well, fuck you for
Smoke D's.
yeah. What's going on, brother?
You got a beard too. You got a
Look
beard.
at-
You beard game too.
Looking luxurious,
yeah,
bro.
beard game,
Looking
okay.
luxurious, bro. We
COVID-y.
gonna get you with in here for a minute. If you want something to drink, some
Yeah,
water,
you
something.
want-
Nobody
Like-
offered me shit.
Well, he's the rapper, so like we take care of him.
First
He's
of all-
talented.
We've been drinking. We've been drinking since like 5 o'clock. Also,
And I
That
paid
is true.
for it.
no, I actually paid the bill.
I paid $120 Uber ride to be here.
No, it was 81, and I paid $170
I
bill
tipped
at
him
Sahara.
another 40.
We're not here to talk about tips, guys.
All right.
We're talking about Rick's Beijing and his beard.
Give me a beat.
And
Give
where-
me a beat right now.
First and foremost. Okay.
I never watched a show called Quantum Leap. Fuck TLC because I'm about to creep. I had to fuck the mom 7 days a week. I was like a dog because I was in heat. When I die, please bury me deep. I want 2 turntable plates by my feet. I want 2 turntable plates by my head. So when I wake up, I can rock the dead. That's it.
Hey, get
June 4th.
This is
June
what the
4th.
green nod.
You spit too? You spit too?
He said, I think
You spit too? Okay.
partake.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
You gotta help come out.
I do it for fun. You know what I mean? Like,
What the fuck you
know what I'm
talking
saying?
about,
Know what I'm
nigga?
saying? Done. For my dunks, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? B, you know what I'm saying? June 4th.
Nah, but I know
here, man.
In all
My man
seriousness,
produced it.
in all
you know?
seriousness,
Yeah.
in all seriousness. But obviously, Rick, you're here for the joke. So you are a guy. But
I
for
love
people-
Rick, bro.
Nah, we love Rick. But
Rick
for
is
people,
one of my. I've never, as long as I've known Rick, I've never had a bad time around.
I was about
him.
to tell a really pause story. I was going to start a pausable.
Pause. Listen,
When I was starting
we spent
pause.
the first 20 minutes on my thighs.
We
bro.
had, well, it's about to get weirder.
okay. All right.
Me and the first time I met Kaz, true story.
Yeah.
He pulled up at Bounce and
Yes.
goes, "This is a true story. You probably remember the quote." He goes, "I just want to meet the motherfucker that everybody love."
That sound like Kaz. That sound like Kaz.
He said, to see if you would feel the hype. do you remember that? You don't remember that? During the time we was all at Bounce.
now that you say
that's
it,
what I meant.
The
Wait,
time we went to McDonald's, we bought all the nuggets, everybody.
Yes.
He came in late.
Wait,
He
was that the
like,
night? That was the night I met Salita. That was the.
No. This is the night we randomly
so
bought
the-
nuggets.
Wait, was that?
Chicago G was there.
Oh, that was. Oh, we took the group picture.
Yeah. But he came
yeah,
in
yeah.
for like, he came in and left. He didn't go to McDonald's. He was like, I just want to meet the motherfucker everybody love to see if you feel the hype. He said, bro, you do. and I
remember this
And I
now.
bought like 3 more drinks. My tab, if you
This is
remember,
on the
if you in
McDonald's on
particular,
28th Street?
Yes.
if you in
I
particular,
remember.
they gave me half off drinks and my boy was there. After he left, the half off went away. So my tab went for like $210. As soon as he left, my tab was like $690. And I was like, you know that weird moment? I don't care where you are in life, who you are. When you put your tab down, you will always lose in life. No matter how many people you have, no matter how you ever figure it out, the tag could be $40. Hey, you got 10, I got 10, I got 10. Cool.
We good.
As soon as the receipt comes,
And you be like this. I'll put my 10, I'll put-
$986.
Oh, bro, who had the Red Bull? There's always a Red Bulls. Who had the 5 Red
Bro,
Bulls?
I'm not even gonna hold you. All right, so I got another Anthony story.
Okay.
Another Anthony story.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
So for all the people that watch the show, y'all remember the first Anthony story?
Yes.
Caught a lick. Try to
Live
order
within
A.
your means.
Yeah, live within my
That
means.
was
So
the
I
moral of the
caught a
story.
lick another night, and I, like he said, put my tab down
Don't
at the
ever
bar.
put the card down.
I put my card down. So I'm like, yo, keep my card. I'm gonna come back. You know, I'll be here. It's just me
This is at the Anthony.
at the Anthony.
Okay.
But I left that at the bar.
Oh god.
No couch, right? So I'm like, I ordered like maybe $80 worth of drinks, and I put 2 of my friends on. So I'm like, yo, my cards are, my cards at the tab. Get what you want. So I checked in halfway through the night. It was like maybe 150. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, by the way, I learned this trick. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
I learned they tell you lower. I just learned this a month ago. They tell you lower to say, all right, we cool.
They might have done that.
I've learned they always do that.
Okay, yeah.
So you say, where's my tab? They'll be like, oh, it's at 42.
So she was like, oh, it's 150. So I'm like, all right, bet, I'm cool. So an hour later, I'm like, all right, I'm cashing out. Bro, my tab was $650.
Woo!
$650.
damn.
And by that time, the club had cleared out.
It's always clear.
So I'm like, yo, I'm like,
How did this happen?
What
so
happened?
fast?
Those dots and
Yo,
nobody's
bro,
around.
bro,
You're like,
and all the girl was like, so do you want to keep it on this card? Or? And I had no choice but like,
cash,
yeah.
Damn.
And then I had to, that other person that comes in, gratuity. So I had to do that.
Who the fuck ordered gratuity?
Who the fuck? I'm like, bro. So yes, never leave your card
it's
down.
always a
When
Red
you leave
Bulls
your
and
card,
water.
cut that shit off.
damn.
Get one drink, cut that shit off.
Never put your card down. But
Killed
that
me.
night, but I remember the second time I met Kaz was it was a onesie birthday party.
Yes, it was my birthday. Yes.
Infamous
Onesie
for the
mania.
infamous for
I
the
was
onesie
out
mania.
front, and then I got in, and you had to go in, then you had to go in, then you had to go in, then you go through the kitchen, then you go in, and then you go through another in, and next thing you
Noble?
know, it's just all these black people in the
I think
back.
it probably was Noble.
It had to be Noble. If he's talking about going,
Yeah, that was that was always like
Yeah.
FDS 450, then like Noble. Yeah.
And then, but the moral of the story was I flew to Miami on my own with a ticket to the game and a ticket on a plane, but no ticket to sleep.
Yes.
And I texted, said, hey, I'm coming to Miami. Are you in Miami? He said, yeah, I got this big ass suite. Stay as long as you want. And we bonded. We have a good time. And
This
that
past
was
year at the Super Bowl.
yeah, that's the last time I traveled
Oh,
until now.
man.
Wait, ironically, it's 2 times I've traveled this year.
And we both rated each other each
And
time.
you talking about thick thighs?
Yes.
I got to question everything right now, but no, but we had a just inspiring people, and I'm gonna we get silly again, but just inspirational people doing what we do. We're in a lane. You guys are OGs for it. I know we're the same age. I'm a little older, but OGs of
I was trying to keep it serious, yo, Fox. I swear I was trying to keep it serious, but I looked right at you. I'm like, I know this nigga gonna look up.
Kaz, I'm 39.
I know Fox
bro.
gonna look up,
I missed the
bro.
whole joke.
There's no joke. I'm
Keep
39.
keep going.
No,
Fox,
I'm
I knew you was gonna look
Every
up,
time I
bro.
say my age, Fox just starts laughing.
Why is it
I'm
a joke?
39 years old, bro.
I don't get it. What's the
No, I know.
Bro, I knew this nigga was gonna look up.
I'm 39.
Continue on. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead. Continue on. Go ahead.
Okay. Did they have you on the show yet? Maybe that's the reason why not. Okay. So
I'm just kidding.
so I'm just saying, just being in a lane where we make our own way and we try to figure things out, and there's really no blueprint, and it's not a competition, but we're trying to figure out things, and we have sponsors, and we're trying to do our own way, and we do things, and we get fired, and we don't get fired. People don't understand anxiety. You have the people post online, I would, be entrepreneur, not to work. Like I tell people all the time, I go speak at schools, and it's the worst speech ever, because I start off, hey, work a 9 to 5. Kids like, what? I'm like, yeah, get a job. You won't have anxiety.
Yeah.
Mr. What is it like pursuing your own dreams? I go, it's a nightmare. I wake up with anxiety sometimes. I don't know. We might get a check for 1 year.
Yeah.
I might get another one.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get a big check and we spend that, and you don't know. So I just want to say shout out to you guys as a way, as somebody who just got a really big deal, so I'm actually making more both of you guys. I know for a fact. So thank you guys, and I know for a fact there was money on the table. They actually mentioned your name. True story.
Word?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Took that shit. So I drove 7 hours to tell you. Thank you. If you guys want some spicy chicken nuggets at McDonald's right now, they're on sale for another month. Appreciate you guys. They gave me the bag.
That nigga said I drove 7 hours
To
and
tell
say,
you, look,
took that shit.
Thighs and all. You know what is a stick? McFlurry's 25th anniversary McFlurry. McDonald's. Get yours now. He think I'm joking.
No, because I know he's dead ass.
Yo, he's
Like, I know
dead ass serious too.
The bag.
I'm thinking McDonald's is fucking with me. I'm like, all right, I got my little series.
I got a new little wave. You know, you find some shit, you find like a cheat code. Anytime I see Kaz leave a meeting, I'll be right there. $10 less.
You think he's joking? He dead ass texted me. He's like, literally, anytime I see you announce something,
Cricket?
I text
You got
my,
cricket? You got
I
cricket?
text my agent.
You got a cricket deal?
The cricket deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been at it.
So do I. I got mine after yours.
You got that through me.
I know I did.
After Miami.
I learned the way.
That nigga one up this shit.
I learned
That nigga
the
one up
way.
this shit, bro.
I would do more for less. That's my tagline. My thighs ain't thick, but goddamn, I'm smart.
This is why. This is why we have.
Whatever you guys need, I'll let the next guy come up, sir. Whatever you need, I'm sponsoring this one because they paid me. No, for real, I'm gonna give you about 10%.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro. Please.
No, I was just out though. That Miami trip, we had a good time in Miami. You weren't big enough to go. It was like who's who.
Yeah, we was doing AT&T. Was it AT&T?
killing it, yeah.
I was out there for AT&T.
You said I wasn't what?
You know, AT&T is the parent company.
Yeah, you don't.
That's what they-
You get the. You know what you are? You were like a Damian Lillard.
Like, David
No, which is
Lillard?
great.
Wow.
No, it's great. He grinds. He does his thing. Won't make the championship, but he's there. You know his name. Yeah, he do his thing.
There's nothing wrong with being Dame Lillard, bro. Clearly.
45-2.
Not wrong
And they
being
get
the
hurt.
bubble
They get
MVP.
hurt.
So I'll just say this. So
There's
I'll
no
just
wrong
say
being the bubble
I'll say this
MVP.
before we.
The bubble. Call him the bubble MVP.
I'll say this before we usher him off for a more well-known person.
For an actual star.
Yeah, for an actual star.
Sorry.
My show is broadcasted 5 days a week to
Talk to him.
100 countries plus.
Talk to him.
Over about 500 million subscribers that listen to my voice. So it's cute you got a McFlurry deal, and it's cute that you have a nice non-profit organization, and we love Rake.
love Rake.
We
We
love
love
what you
Rake.
do
Random
for everything.
Random
We love.
Random
We love.
everywhere.
But this black man has worked for every penny, every eye, and
Damian
every
Lillard.
ear that he has.
He
And
kills it.
I've won my championship.
Damn right.
You know,
This champmpionship right here,
yeah.
it's not
the wrong
one
side.
yet.
It's another
Let me
side.
tell you a story.
It's not one yet.
When we both die and we have our 5 rings, they don't care that you worked hard for
My
it.
nigga, you got 5 onion rings.
That's
I have
right.
5 apple rings.
Actually, McDonald's doesn't have onion rings.
That's true. McDonald's has great fries, spicy McNuggets.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Money out
yes,
there.
and the company that I work for is $1 trillion company.
You got an Apple deal?
Yes, I actually
Stay
do.
tuned. You just fucked up. Coming soon.
Oh, Rick, get the fuck out
No,
of
you
here.
know, I'm just very marketable. That's all with the rake
You
and
are.
everything I'm
You
doing.
extremely are.
And I just want to say thank you guys for having me. I'm glad I drove 7.5 hours to be here. Spent $150 on rental car, $200
Yes.
for a room, $150 for gas and other things. So that's about $1,000. And just to say thank you.
So you owe me at least half of that.
Yeah, I do.
At least.
Yeah, I do.
But before you go, no, on a serious note, before you go, well, what are the things that are coming up with Rake? So people.
Oh,
can,
Socktober. So socks are
yes.
socks are the most requested least receipt thing of homeless shelters.
Mm-hmm.
So we do about 150,000 pairs of socks nationwide. So we just tell people just awareness, just knowing that it's crazy because we've given out food, money, everything but socks. Socks. So the homeless person will have old shoes, they put in new socks. Good feeling. We're also recognizing. I don't want to
I
say
got an odd socks deal. I can put you on with that.
you got a sock deal.
Yeah, odd socks. What do you think? You think I paid?
Wait, I just bought like 100 pairs.
I guess
Oh,
you're
they
still
send me
behind.
boxes of these every week, bro. I
guess
got you though. We can make that happen. Deadass.
Guess you got to
just
still
bought a
catch
White
up.
Castle one. But also too, we're doing a Rake 100. We're trying to find the 100 most kind people on the planet.
That's fire.
But you know where that came from?
Where?
I realized I've never been nominated for anybody's list in the world.
Can I tell you something?
Wait. List, like, what kind of list?
Like
None.
a 30 under 30.
Oh,
40
okay,
under
okay,
40.
gotcha.
I was on the Route 100 one year.
No, we saw that. Yeah, we saw that.
So my anger came from the Route
It came
100.
from Route 100?
I was like, I've never. So I said I make my own list, but I've never seen a kindness list.
Well,
Actually, one of you guys got nominated. I won't say who. One of you guys literally was nominated. We've had over
For the kindness list.
Yeah, for the Rake 100. Swear.
Did
So
we
do we
make
got a
it?
battle
Or
for
like,
it?
did
Did I
we
make
yeah.
it?
I let me tell you why I love, and I'm gonna go with this note. I'm gonna tell you why I love your personalities. Lo said, "Did we make it?" Kaz said, "Did I get it?" Like he didn't say which one of us got
I'm
it.
like, what?
He said,
I said, did we like?
I'm like, clearly it's me. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, it is sponsored by Cricket Wireless.
Oh, hey.
So he
shout
got
out
it.
to
He
gang.
got it.
Gang, gang, gang.
It was me.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
you got
You're
it.
very kind.
But anyway, thank you guys. I'm glad. Do you guys validate?
Nah.
No,
You guys, it is valet, right?
nigga, it's free parking where you.
Somebody
your hotel
stole
is.
my shit.
It's after 8 o'clock.
I gave my
motherfucker.
keys to somebody.
Nigga, someone
I'm gonna
stole
give it a smoke.
Nigga, someone stole your socks as well. Like
Somebody stole your. Never mind.
Your ankles is wild moisturized though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Wow.
You hit-
Oh, look in the back. Look in the back. We got.
I saw extra strength.
yeah, we saw
I keep
yeah.
3
that-
different lotions.
You tell
All right.
him.
Thank you guys for having me. It's
Shout
been
out
a
your
blast.
social so people can know where to follow you.
272-404.
Your
No, not your
your
number.
social, your
Not your
social
phone number.
social media.
Oh, yeah,
Your social media.
No.
I know
Social media. No.
Nigerians want your
No.
shit. Nigerians follow.
So, no, shout out your social.
No, you get the email where the Nigerians give you money.
here
Here
we
you
Yeah.
go.
social media. Social media.
Okay, Rick Onia. Yeah, whatever. I don't actually want y'all people to follow me. I'm all right. I'm cool. Don't follow me. Follow one of them, and they'll. Yeah, I don't need these problems.
Oh,
You get a
Jesus
retweet from
Christ.
Low. Your shit be in the gutter.
Oh yeah. That
Your
is
shit is like what's the projects in New York?
You're like, what's the projects in
Yeah.
New York? Pick one, man.
That's Low. That's Low's Twitter feed.
That's like,
That shit.
those are my mentions.
You go high, then they go low.
When they go low, we go low.
Low retweeted me once, and I swear it literally was just all twerk videos for like a week. It was.
It's not even the Source Awards, the Ozone Awards.
I got one more I gotta say. I was about to mess up our money. I got
Yo,
one
I
more.
love my
I gotta fuck
followers.
with those on the
I love
ones.
my followers, man.
Julie
I love my
Beverly.
followers.
Bro, you
Keep
have-
terrorizing my friends, please.
You have how many followers you have?
62,000.
Nice.
God damn, how many follow back?
I don't know that number.
We was at a spot right now, and I'm leaving on this, I promise. We was at a spot right now, hookah spot before we came, social distancing, wearing masks,
Yeah.
doing our thing. And a woman came in who was very lovely.
Lovely. Okay.
A lovely woman came in.
Mhm.
There was a guy over there. He had all the women. He was buying everything, and a woman turned around and her backside,
The derriere?
her backside
Is that the word
knocked
we were-
all of us.
Wow.
And it was crazy because she's seen low key the whole time, but just acted like whatever. And Lo finally was like, "Hey," she's like, "You don't follow me back, Lo." He's like, "I do follow you back." She's like, "No, you don't." But this woman was gorgeous, and then Lo was like, "Yeah, I don't even know her." And I was like, "That's what you're doing, Lo?" He was like, "Yeah, I mean, you know, I got 62,000
That's how he's living, bro.
followers.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
No,
That's
I didn't
low key.
recognize
Lo said I'm on Apple.
You heard that new
I didn't
Yeah.
recognize
Beats
her, but like
one.
when I saw her on my Twitter, I'm like, oh, like that's
Say
such and
less.
such. But I didn't
Come on,
recognize her
son.
in
I
person.
get
That's
it.
all.
Nah,
And then
I
Lo
hear
was like, "Yo, but you know what? I'm good. I could, sweetheart, like." Well, he
that.
gave
Did you
her
smooth it over?
no, even worse. He was like, "What's your email address or your address? I'm gonna send you a low key package."
I did.
Do you know
not.
about this low key package?
All right, Rick. All right, no, thank you. Thank you.
That
you.
can only be one or two things.
No. We're not doing
And
that.
for Lo's sake?
No, we're
just
not
gonna
doing.
get-
Yeah. We're not. No.
Okay.
There is no
Maybe
low
next
key.
episode, I also want a low key package like Allen Iverson.
Hey, register to vote. God damn it.
Right. There is no listen.
Listen.
There is no listen. There is no low key package.
No.
It's a friend from Twitter. There's no low key package. No, there's no
Let's
low key
just-
package.
let's just
I have my
quell
package
that.
for one particular lady, and she knows who she is. There's no low key package for anybody,
You let them know.
and that's it.
All right, Loki, how old are you again?
38 years old.
38 years old?
Yeah.
All right. Did you know that 2 out of 3 men will, yeah, I know, they will experience some form of male pattern baldness before they're the age of 35?
Am I one of those?
I mean,
Oh,
here's the thing.
shit.
Here's the thing.
What?
I could have told you about this, but because prevention is key, you know what I
Right.
mean? You already came home.
Right.
I know there's a lot of people watching this that don't want to come home yet.
Right.
Me being one of them.
Okay.
And the good folks at Keeps,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, have created an incredible product that will help you keep your hair.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing about them is, you know, I know it can be embarrassing and like you don't want to
Yeah.
just like go to the doctor and ask them whatever. Like
Yeah.
here's what you do. You go to
Okay.
keeps.com/say less. Use that code,
Right.
right? And then once you get there, you know what I'm saying, they will send you a nice, discreet package. You know what I mean? It shows up to your house.
No one's gonna
Nobody
know.
gotta know what you got. I
Right.
mean, I know some folks that, you know, they keep certain secrets about how they keep their feng shui and their sexy, right? So I understand that. So if I were you know what I'm saying, I would go to www.keeps.com/say less. You know what I mean?
That discounts right there.
Get that discount popping, get the, you know what I mean, get the trial going. And of course, prevention is key, man. Like you don't want to try and, you know, retroactively try and get your hairline back or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if you act right now, if you got the prefaces of losing your joint, Keeps and their product will do everything they can to make sure your joint is nice and full and sexy and looking young and dapper as possible. So do what you do. Go to keeps.com/sayless. Tell them Kaz and Lowkey sent you.
Because I couldn't keep mine.
We got a packed episode today, man.
Oh my God.
We got all
Nigga,
you
like,
saw
what
the
the
heat
fuck?
coming. I saw the steam coming out of
Bro,
those
and I know
ears
how
just
she,
now,
I
like.
know how she is, man. Not please, we're doing good. We're doing so
Not
good.
today. Yo, also joining us today on Say Less with Kaz. My God. Yo, it's just natural at this point. I can't help it.
It is not to even on my man's level. That's just what he. That's him. I get it.
I watch a lot of wrestling. You got a thigh slap.
I get it.
It's easy. It's easy.
I get it.
If you guys are watching on youtube.com/Kazim, great. But if you're listening to the podcast on any streaming apps, we got one of another longtime friend. You know what I mean? We've been through up and down the road together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have been to WrestleManias. We have been at concerts. We've been in house parties. Like, we done did it all. And my man got a new record out. Make some noise with my friend Smoke DZA.
Hey,
what's going on, people?
What up, y'all?
Oh, man. Living, bro. Living, man. You looking good. You looking rather lathered.
I'm trying to keep up. The funny shit is I was remote learning all day.
Yeah.
I was in Michael's. I was in Target, BJ's, kids.
On dad work.
And now I'm Smoke DZA. So it's like, I'm just trying to
You came out the rapper phone booth?
I came out the rapper phone booth.
Yo, it's a very interesting thing that you're here. Obviously, you have a new record coming out this Friday, but a lot of conversation has been going on about the blog era.
Yes.
And you obviously
Santos Party House records.
Yeah, like you were obviously
takes me to a time,
nigga.
That's the time that you know what I mean.
Time,
this is the capsule right
you
here.
were a part of that upbringing. You were a part of that regime. What do you remember most special about the blog era, like the websites, the leaks, just all that
I mean,
that
all of
time.
that, and it was new. It was new for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So we all was learning and like networking and that got me seen by a lot of my favorite people because we all was on the same blogs. So it was a time where South by Southwest was the thing to be at, right?
Yeah.
And that was like the blog era all-star game.
Before it got like super
before it got super corporate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What was it? Ill Roots?
Ill Roots.
Ill Roots, the Ill
House.
Ilmore House. Yeah.
And then some Fatal Ford,
Fatal
so
Ford
on
took
and
over.
so forth.
Yeah.
But I remember being out there and I met Bun, and I went to go introduce myself, and he was like, "I know who you are." I pulled out his iPod at the time, and had all of my shit on there.
Wow.
I was like, "I'm always checking for you every time you on the blogs. I see your shit." So that let me know that everybody is on the same blogs. Everybody's looking for their shit on those blogs. Nah, right. Two Dope Boys on Smash. Low key.
You heard that new.
You heard that new.
Man.
So
what was really fun about the blog era for me, because it was like, I guess because streaming's kind of come in and like
taking
numbers
over
have taken over so much. It felt like that was like the last era of like true gatekeeping. Like you couldn't, just pop up out of nowhere or just like be quote unquote an industry plant or something. Like if you had enough of a following, even if you weren't signed, even if you weren't like doing like super numbers when you dropped like an album, if you had that blog following, if you had those like if you're on Two Dope Boys, if you're on like
if you was on Nah Right, you was the man.
You was on Nah Right, you was it. You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
SK wasn't just posting anybody at one point in time, so you had to be special.
Absolutely.
To get on there.
So what I want to know is like, that there was like this camaraderie that was built between like guys like yourself, Currency, Wiz, like, Falarin, like all these guys that, folks on the Santos Party House record, man.
Right.
Like that built like lifelong, relationships, right? So like how's that been seeing everybody kind of grow and come into their own in like the last, like, what is it, 10 years now?
At least.
At least. I mean, it's definitely 10. It's overwhelming to see where everybody started and where everybody went, and that everybody sticks together. Like we got like this unspoken buddy system.
Word.
Right, where we always pull each other up and then do like these super records or go to Mania together.
Yes.
Or, we always, we found a bond within that era because it's a lot of people that's not with us.
Right.
Feel me? So
true.
Just to have all of us in that pack, because this shit is territorial at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And we all was in that sandbox kind of trying to find space. Mm-hmm. So now that everybody found space, we all kind of like sitting together looking back like, yo, who these niggas? so it's cool. And then I love working with the new guys.
Yeah,
like I'm probably the suck out or the homies because I
wouldn't say all that. I mean, like
in the most respectful way, because like I was a new guy once, and I wanted to be embraced by the people that was already here.
Right.
So when I see certain things, I gravitate towards them, and a lot of my friends follow after it because it's like, all right, well, Smoke fuck with him. He must be cool.
And honestly, I know that's how a lot of artists I got put on to also. Like I remember I used to listen to Hello Wiz, and then I heard you on some records. I'm like, oh, and he from out here too? I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then like, I feel like that's how a lot of people got put on to so many artists, and that like unspoken buddy system that you spoke about, like it's still pretty strong to this day. Like
for sure.
That's why I saw a couple of those records come out. I'm like, oh hell yeah, like this shit takes me to a time where you know what I mean, like every other day you see these posse cuts, or if somebody's dropping an album, it's gonna be like you and like Nesby and like Currency and all these guys. Like it always was that type of energy.
The Dojo alumni.
You had back in the day, you had those weekly records, right? And I used to we all used to post your shit,
right?
And nowadays, the records come out on Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever the case is. Do you think it's a healthier output when it's just a Friday release, or as opposed to a weekly joint, or even the vlogs that aren't even popping up right now?
Right.
There's the content is not as digestible as it used to be. So someone who's come from that era and who has taken advantage of that era, as opposed to the new kids would do what they do now, where do you think the discrepancy is in regards to accepting the content?
It's really from who is given the content.
Yeah,
that's one. And then like I could really only speak for me on this. Like I don't like to overwhelm my fans with shit. Like I missed the era where I could just drop on a Tuesday and then come back on a Thursday, and just where it really wasn't no structure, right? But now that we monetizing and like we in a different space in our careers where it's like, all right, I don't want to compete with my own shit.
Right.
Like, we didn't really understand streaming 10 years ago.
Right.
And a lot of us that did business with indie labels, it was kind of like hidden from us to understand it.
Okay.
Right? Because, if you're in certain situations, then you may not even see that streaming money the way you're supposed to. Right. Okay. So now, Smoke DZA, after 10 years in this shit, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna rap on this sample because Otis Redding's estate is probably gonna sue me.
Facts. And right. So clear. And even getting that shit cleared, it's not the juice ain't even worth the squeeze.
It's not worth it.
You feel me? So I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I just don't want to compete with myself and replace a song that I'm promoting with some other song that I feel is good, and then it's like people forget about it. It's falling through the cracks. So it's tasteful ways to do it. Now, why it's not really being accepted right now or digested the way it used to be is because the blog era is kind of over with.
It's gone.
With Instagram and people could just go check for you and wherever they want to check for you at. Now they don't have to go through all the new shit or the random shit to get to what they want to see.
But in a weird way, it's kind of good also, because like now you could kind of build like your own sort of like fan ecosystem, right? Like if you do it right, you can, you don't necessarily need, granted, like it's dope to be on Nah Right, it's dope to be on like Two Dope Boys, all that other stuff, like, but now like you're the Nah Right of your own shit.
But see, this is all right. So this is my point, and I wanted to like follow up with that. But because you guys have your own ecosystem, because you guys have your own bubble, it's like you guys can have lyrical exercise. You guys can, work out and do freestyles and do, videos, whatever the case is. And it leads right to you guys. Like now it's not, you don't have to go to You Heard That New. You don't have to go to Two Dope Boys. You don't have to go to Not Right. I can go straight to DZA's page, or I can go to his YouTube or his Instagram, and it's literally right there. So that's why I'm kind of just me being one of the gatekeepers back 10 years ago. Yeah. I'm like, yo, y'all have the cheat code now where it's like, all right, every Monday, Smoke DZA Mondays, boom, freestyle from my living room, doing whatever the case is. But I don't see that from the guys that are, capable of doing that.
Yeah.
To your point about the sample clearances, I get that. But it's like y'all do have to me, I feel like y'all do have a little bit more freedom to put out and to lay out, the landscape the way you want it.
It's more freedom, but at the end of the day, like once you have that base, how do you gain new followers? Right. So like, those blogs was getting us new attraction.
Gotcha.
So that's where it goes. Like that's where like Verzuz.
Yeah.
The fact that going back to my story, like a Bun B could notice me on Nah Right.
Right.
That might not happen on the gram. There's so many people, so many pages you come across where you just like, even if you on
like
the Explorer,
if your algorithm ain't even really right, some shit
it'll slip right through the cracks. So it's like we got direct to consumer, but I still miss the blog era, and it still lives through Twitter. Yeah. Twitter is very important.
Yeah.
As far as networking, like
it's still a very live. It still gives you that sort of live forum, blog sort of feel. When something's popping, like that's your instant.
People gonna gravitate to that.
So you can still kind of like go there and figure out if your shit is hitting or not. And you were talking about certain artists like building their own ecosystem and like independently.
Yeah.
And like I'll always give like credit to like guys like Mac Miller, way back when. He was one of the first people that were like super duper going hard for being independent, like building his own sort of like structure. And I know you said a lot of stuff wasn't, a lot of the streaming numbers and all that stuff was like hidden from a lot of us, but like he was one of the first guys that like I heard of just selling like 500,000, like going gold, like independently, like all this other shit. And
he got it. Rostrum was doing really well at that time with Mac and Wiz.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
especially during the blog era.
Ken and Ryu was during the blog era. They was going crazy.
Yeah.
So we here. I mean, obviously we're here for a specific reason because this Friday, you got a nice body of work coming out. So let's talk about. Give them the title. You know what I mean?
The name of the album is Homegrown. It's really like just based on being organic hometown shit. Good trees. It's really an old good trees, but that comes that
comes with the territory.
We know, guys.
To tie it back into what we was just talking about.
The best joints of my life I've ever smoked is, by the way. I know like we hate name dropping with like we're name dropping ass podcast. We love motherfuckers get it. They want to hear those stories. They want to hear those stories. So I'm like, I never really talk about like who I've ever done drugs with rappers. But the best weed I've ever smoked with any rapper or anybody in particular. You 1A and 1B, you and Wiz, bro. Like there were times like I remember like I'd be like out in LA just with DZA and like just for days on end.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like while they're going in the studio, working out, like I'm writing, working on stuff. Yeah. Like we would have like these little like workshop sessions, you know what I mean? Like powwows, like me, him, Falarin, DJ Money, like Flex Cartel, like all of us. And then like we go to like Monday Night Raw later. But, like,
high as fuck.
High as shit. You know what I mean? But DZA would always have like the most pristine, like just he turns into fucking like Dexter's Laboratory when it comes to like the way he like it's so precise. Like I've never seen somebody just like like well, Wiz was different. Like Wiz is just like you'd smoke with him like at backstage and like all types of wild shit going on. Right. They got dabs coming here and there.
The wax is there, like
all that shit. Yeah. But DZA was such like he was like a student of the game, bro.
He's like my nigga, like I'm a chemist. Like I'm gonna make sure it's the right amount,
bro. He would break it down to a scientific level with his joints, and I would just have the best these were some of the most fun times of my life,
bro. And
just
all
taking
of these
niggas,
days,
bro.
all of these experiences, like I remember smoking with Wiz, and just I remember being in parties with this nigga, like
Yeah.
just drinking and chilling, and like just having it, but not knowing, like we didn't know what it was. It was like, oh, like
Yeah.
you cool, like I run the blog, and like, oh yeah, nigga, you post my shit. All right, cool, like let's pour
And that's
up.
another thing.
And
There
that's all it was.
That camaraderie between the bloggers
That's-
too.
yo, that's
Because it's
all
like, you
it
know,
was.
fuck the middleman. Like it's like sometimes I'll be thinking about this shit. It's like, man, like what if like a lot of bloggers, I mean, some bloggers kind of like smartened up to it, but
of
like,
course, of course.
you know, there was a point where like the labels didn't know what the fuck they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
But
And,
we
like,
had our like there. I think a lot of bloggers had an unspoken language
Yes.
between a lot of artists, a lot of new artists,
Yes.
because the new artists were like, "Yo, fuck this whole mechanical
Right,
corporate shit."
right.
It's like, all right, my nigga, like I can send you this and you could post it. Figure out the label shit later. I think it was a lot of artists. I think Big Sean was a part of that era. Wale was a part of that era. You know, Smoke was a part of that era.
Shit,
Currency, like
shit, Kendrick,
nigga,
Drake.
Kendrick,
Like,
like a lot,
the
nigga,
big
exactly, yeah,
motherfuckers,
like
yeah.
Cole, like
ASAP.
a lot of people was just like, yo, here, just take this shit. We'll figure out the details later. And that's how a lot of these people, a lot of these artists got their notoriety. It's like, oh, I can get my shit from these niggas.
Yeah.
And I don't have to wait till
Yeah.
the radio takes it. I
and
don't have
that's
to
what it
wait.
was. And then that gave you the extra joint where
Which
it's
is
like,
why I always have a hard time dealing with. a very hard time dealing with. But that's for another episode.
That's for another day.
But nah, we here to talk about my man's album.
So Homegrown.
Yeah,
you know what
Homegrown.
I mean?
So all right,
Like,
who's featured on the album?
Shit. I got the Diplomats,
Shit.
Big Crit, Wiz Khalifa, Currency, Jack Harlow,
Speak of my language.
Harlow is nice. I'm
Dom
sorry.
Kennedy, Eric Bellinger.
Shout out to Dom. That rock and
Burner.
roll project is fire too.
Yeah. Jadakiss, Flip De Niro.
jeez.
What's the production
That's a-
sound
that's a-
like?
that's a
What's
stack.
What's the
Oh,
production
First off,
sound
that's a
like?
stacked ass lineup of like you just reeled
But
off
they-
like man.
But he
like,
did it. So he was like, yo, I got I got Jada, I got
Dipset.
Dom, I got
Nah, man,
Dipset, I got
like,
Jack Harlow.
damn.
I'm like, nigga, if you don't look at the camera and tell these niggas who the fuck you got on this project,
Y'all gonna go stream the fuck? We gonna stream
I
this
got
shit,
this
right?
nigga. I got this nigga.
Come on, man.
If you don't look at me, tell these niggas what's up.
If they don't know how I'm coming, if they don't know how I'm coming, I don't know what they even here for. You know what I mean? You know how I'm coming. But
Oh,
nah, but
I got Barack on the interlude.
you
Like,
never know. You never know.
Nah, but the
But-
reason why I love your music and it's always like stuck to me because like I love like vibe music and like your shit has always been just like, you know what I mean, just cool, relaxed, like just, you know what I mean, I hate to be generic with like just roll something up and chill, but
Nah,
it's
that's
like
what it is.
that's you know what I mean, there's a power in knowing what your audience wants from you, man. Like there's so many times that people come in and you know they want to, you know, sophisticate their audience and want to get into so many different genres and all this stuff. And that's fine, like whatever. But like I know what I'm getting from Smoke. And like it's always enjoyable, and I keep telling y'all, go stream that Santos Party House record that's out right now.
Thank you.
Like I said, it brings me back to a time. For people who aren't from New York who are watching this or listening to this, Santos Party House was an establishment in lower downtown New York City.
Yeah,
where
Right by Central Booking, so if you act up, they was taking you right
facts.
there.
It was. I'll tell you,
I hosted my first show at Santos.
It was the Studio 54 of the blog era, bro.
Facts.
Hosted my first show at Santos
Facts.
Party House, bro. That's
Yes.
where my hosting shit got
They had
started.
the aggressive security guard. The chick though,
bro. Yes.
chick. She was tougher than the
She was
homies.
tougher than nails, bro. She was like China.
Shit, yeah,
She
facts.
was-
And,
she's not fucking around. But like between like SOBs and Santos Party House, like if you didn't rip any of those spots, like
wasn't outside.
If you didn't
official
host,
yet.
outside.
DJ, perform, or promote at any of those spots, you really wasn't homegrown in New York City.
Oh, I like that. I like how you taught that.
Yeah,
See how you
yeah,
taught
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I like
Y'all
that.
see that? Y'all see that shit?
No,
I'm
I
just like, yo, bro, like,
get that Apple money, Rick. That's what he gets paid to do, motherfucker.
I was a I'm still a fucking journalist from Howard University, so I know how to tie words together.
Yeah.
But homegrown, what's the message that you want the newfound fans of Smoke DZA to take away from this project?
Well, I mean, Homegrown is pretty much a chapter that's ending. I don't want to make it drastic. Like I'm not rapping anymore, no shit like that. But you know, for what people seen of me, like the weed era, the whole George Kush the button, like a jovial kind of approach, even though
don't
it was
pass Trump the blunt,
right? Even though it was serious undertones through the whole shit, you know what I mean? Because I'm not the one that's gonna preach, because they don't want to. It's people that do that. They don't want that from me. But I got different ways that, you know, I give them the pill with the applesauce.
Okay,
right. So it's different ways that I articulate my deepness, right? But Homegrown, for new listeners, is pretty much catching them up to where I went, to where I was at, and where I'm at now. For old listeners, it's an ode to the blog era.
Yeah,
you know, because it's a lot of like Easter eggs that even the pairings of people on the records, like the intro got the Diplomats on it. For somebody that's from Harlem, born and raised, you know what I mean? That's like,
no, that's big.
That's like a nigga from Brooklyn having Hove on their shit. You feel me? So for me to have Jim and Cam on the first record on my album is setting the tone, right? And then everything else follows, like me, Wiz, Currency, Crit. That's the first time we ever was on the same record together. Like we have variations.
That's fucking wild to me, bro. Like I feel like y'all have had different ideations of records, but like hearing that, like y'all all of us at the same time, I'm like,
dope.
Wow,
no,
really?
that's dope. That like the full circle thing, and because like this year, it's been a lot of talk about the blog eras and like revisiting that particular time in music, and not just the music, just like how we consumed it, how it was put out, the quality, and how fast it was released. So the fact that, you know, his new album has these guys that we, you know, Wiz with the fucking day-to-day blog.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Currency with his mixtapes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Crit with his mixtapes. And then here we are in 2020. Niggas have
it's like that blueprint for what we have now, as far as like streaming and, you know, bundling your albums with merch and like having like video series and making sure there's content out all the time. All of those, you know, things were established 10 years ago,
10, 12 years ago
by these classes of artists. So
prematurely.
I mean, when we're saying prematurely,
without knowing, like we didn't know what the fuck this was.
So when you're talking about this being an ode to the blog era, I mean, like you listen right now, you know, we're embarrassed by how much music's out. You can't even keep up. There's so much every day. You know what I'm saying? And like there was a time where it wasn't really like that. Like you have to understand, like to understand where we're at right now, you got to understand where we've been. And you know, like having that album be an ode to that era, you know, speaks to a lot of people who may just be coming up right now and not really understanding. Like somebody has to tell these stories. You know, like anytime like I look back. And you know, I've always said this on every episode. Like, I'm going to do a blog era documentary, and like, it's going. I don't care if I say it and somebody goes and does it, because nobody's gonna do it better than I do it. Like, the fact is, like, somebody has to tell these stories, man. Like, we're at that age and time where, you know, we know the gatekeepers of the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna tell our story? You know, so it's like, now we're all understanding. Like, you ever fucking, you know, follow Andrew Barber on Twitter, or like
he's been dumping off a lot of shit lately too.
It's like now people are starting to really like, damn, that really was like, damn, that was, you know what I mean? Like you see like the anniversaries of albums.
Like someone dumped off Vibe magazine with Eminem on cover, and they had the top 50
the blog
rap blogs.
list.
In the first 6, it was Not Right, Kanye's blog, Two Dope Boys, Miss Info, and then my shit was at number 6, and I'm just like, not even recognizing or even like understanding that perspective of like, damn, like maybe I was kind of dope.
And that's the thing, like you like, I mean, niggas like,
maybe I was kind of, maybe
like I try to tell this man, like,
maybe I was kind of dope.
You're very humble, and I understand that, but like also sometimes you gotta realize, especially both of y'all, man, like y'all been extremely instrumental to the way the entire world embraces or just intakes hip hop music in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like there is a blueprint out there that billion-dollar companies have followed from the steps both of y'all have put out. You know what I'm saying? So like it's crazy that, like, you know, sometimes like you know, like this is probably one of the closest rapper friends I have, and like when I see him, it's like seeing like my cousin. It's like seeing like, oh yeah, it's like family. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Like we don't gotta text and talk every day, but every time I see him, I'm like, yeah, it's family. Like come on in, you know. But you know, for Homegrown, man, I'm really excited for the project. I'm really excited to hear it. You know, I just love everything you've been doing. You've always stayed true. You've never been on no funny style shit. Like you know, and that's rare with a lot of people. Like you can't just say that with everybody. You know what I mean? Like he's been you know loyal to the soil. So I always got love.
Before I let him go, you know.
I mean, I have another question too.
Oh no, I want the last question. I want to. Go ahead. All right. So Homegrown out this Friday, obviously. But I want to, you know, obviously there's been a, you know, big thing that's been going on since Corona Verzuz, right? Oh, yeah. So I want to ask you your personal opinion of who do you want to see in a Verzuz? It could be rapper, it could be producer, it could be singer. Who do you want to see as a music head in general? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but like I just have to.
Let's just put him on the spot.
Just put him on the spot.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but
I'm put you on the spot.
Who do I want to see?
Yeah, I mean, like it could be singers, it could be, you know, it could be whatever. Like it don't have to be rappers specifically.
I want to see Kanye versus Pharrell.
Yes,
I've heard that, and I've heard that.
Yes,
and I've heard that. I've heard that. But okay, so all right, I'm gonna ask you this: does Pharrell use Neptune's records or just Pharrell? No, he doesn't have to.
I think he has to. I think he's allowed to use Neptune.
He's allowed to
use Neptune.
That's a part of his discography. So
if Kanye is allowed to use like his whole like rapper discography, now other people are actually wrote for him.
No, I'm just saying. But no, what I'm talking about, I'm in that response. I'm saying production wise only, not artists. I'm saying production.
Okay.
Production.
I think with Verzuz it got interesting when you know it's not just your song that you could play.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
Right. So like talking to Kiss, this is a good one. I don't even know if I should say it, but I'm gonna say I don't think he'd be mad at me.
He'd be all right.
And
if not, he'd come on the podcast.
Or we could just edit it out.
So in his verses, he was gonna play the reference version to Victory.
And he ended up.
No, he talked about that.
He played the original.
Yeah, he talked about Hot 97
with his verse.
Yeah.
No, he didn't play. He didn't play.
He didn't play it, but he talked about.
He said
that's what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the fact that you could do shit like that, God knows the shit that Ye might have ghost produced.
But that's what makes it
because it was
fun.
a time. It was a time where it was rumors that it was like.
Yeah.
Yo, you wrote that.
I mean, same thing with the Neptunes. Apparently, they did a lot of, you know, Teddy Riley. All I want to do is I'm a zoom.
Me? So
but that's publicly known though. We know that's a Pharrell beat. If you look up those credits, we know that Pharrell was a part of that.
Right.
That
but
beat.
I mean, there's also understood like that whole Teddy Riley era. Like he got ushered in there. So there's definitely some joints in the can that he will never publicly claim.
Which
is
the same thing with Dza Angeletti as well.
Yes, yeah. But that's what makes it fun. That's what I think will make it tight though. Like I would have loved. Like I forgot. I think it was the 2 Chainz Rick Ross where we heard an extra verse from. Goddamn, it was Rick Ross on the Kanye. It was the Devil in a New Dress.
He had an extra verse on that.
Devil in a New Dress verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he played it.
So it's like that's what makes it fun though, because it's like. The reason why Verzuz has been so dope to me is because like even as a fan and even as somebody who's like had some sort of proximity to like the music industry, like you could still kind of like see certain things that still make you go wow. Yeah, I mean like still drops your jaw. So I'm with Diz on this one, man. Like if Jada plays his version of Victory,
yo, and that might take the cake.
Now what? Like you, I'm sorry, Fab. Like, that's an all timer right there, bro.
Your ghost off of that.
Like you need those Joker cards. You need that controversy to be like, oh, he shouldn't be allowed to play that. Then like, nah, nigga, boom.
No, I just wanted to hear.
Let the fans figure it out.
I just want, I want people to know and hear the artist perspective, because a lot of artists are in those chat rooms or in those comments. Or
I'm in there,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I want to ask you, like, nigga, like, what do you think? Who's your ideal battle? Who's your? Because me and Cam, our guy Cam, Cam, we were talking about Mary J and Janet, and that started a whole discussion about. I specifically said Janet is going to get Mary out of here. A lot of people said Mary would get Janet.
Well, we did the vote, and Janet
won the vote.
Janet did win the vote. Shout out to homie. He did the Instagram
KIPR.
Janet is legendary, but Mary got errors.
I'm saying, but Janet also created a genre, or was part of creating a genre of music. Like
so did
her
Mary,
album, but her album Control.
I would say Mary is more credited with like
Mary.
You know, hip hop
created an era
soul
too, bro.
is Mary. Like,
That's not an official genre of music. New Jack Swing is an official genre of music. True. And Control, which was only 9 songs, a debut project from Janet Jackson, is curated as one of the leading albums to curate that portion of music.
I heard that.
That's not easy to deal with.
I heard that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not discrediting anything Mary has done. And I've been having a lot of conversations with people on Twitter and Instagram about that. But New Jack Swing, which is still living today through Bruno Mars, through Cardi, like all that shit, bro, to be at the helm of that.
All I'm saying is I don't know when you, like, there's certain records that you just can't come back from.
I get
like Rhythm Nation.
You gotta put Janet against B.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
no one ever suggested that.
You gotta put
that's a great. Actually, I'm not mad at that. Because niggas is like, yo, put Janet against Mariah or put Mary J. I'm like, but because everybody kept asking, who do you put Beyonce against?
Who do you put Beyonce against?
No one has ever said Janet Jackson.
I mean,
no one has ever said that.
That'll be a battle.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch.
A battle. Goddamn.
Because like, if you think about it synonymously and like music wise, it's kind of.
I mean, Janet was
balanced.
Growing up to me. Like Janet was like the solo female that was running shit. Like,
and Beyonce, as of right now, is the solo
running
female.
shit. You know what I mean?
Shit,
like, you know, we did talk about highest highs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love Mary, but I don't think Mary's high matches Janet's high.
That's all I was saying.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
all
maybe
I
it's
was saying.
maybe it's sustained, like, you know, wave of like still being popping, but like I'm talking about like height. Like, when motherfuckers was at their peak, like she do smoke a lot of weed.
Who, Janet? That's still fine. Like. God, my nigga Smoke.
Last question I wanted to put on before we get out. I know before you got in here, you said you hopped into the rapper phone booth before he came in, and you know you was in dad mode before you got here, man. And like I think it's really tight that like, you know, we have our rappers that are like present fathers and like good fathers and shit like that, and are still, you know what I mean, all right, dad's gotta go to work, go drop this album, go do this shit, you know what I mean? Like, so like being a rapper dad, like raising kids in a rapper era, you know what I mean, in an era where like, you know, like they see you, like they know what you do, like, you know, they got Instagram, I'm sure they got social media. Like, what's it like being a rapper dad in 2020 with everything that's out here?
I'm not gonna lie, that shit is hard. I'm not even about to say
in layman's terms, this shit is fucking hard.
Because, you know, at least for me, like I feel like I can be better, right? Even though I'm present and I overcompensate and do shit for, you know, to replace the time that I'm not with them.
Yeah.
But, you know, my time is the most valuable thing that I own, right? So the fact that being Smoke DZA is very time consuming, I guilt myself a lot, right? So I will run around extra for them before I have to get into Smoke DZA mode just for all the time that I miss. So it's super hard.
But the priorities is there. I mean, like,
the priorities, yeah, obviously the priorities are there, but here's like, it's just kind of like figuring out.
But bust it, right? Here's the priority, right? So my kids, my family is always number one priority,
right?
But if I don't work, how do I sustain taking care of my kids, my family, right? So it's like your priorities change depending on how the chips land.
Yeah.
But, you know, thank God I own my masters, and soon I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm cool.
That means you go stream Homegrown right the fuck now.
Please go stream Santos Party House some more.
Yes, sir.
I'm almost at 1 million on that joint.
Yes,
It's been out for a week.
Yes,
I
sir.
need that. But you know, shit is rough, bro. But I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I got fucking 3 wonderful kids. And, you know, I'm just getting used to the new norm with this remote learning shit. And
it's crazy. I'm about
just
to say,
trying to beat it.
On top of that, you gotta do the school in the house and like do.
But I ain't gonna hold you. They moms hold it down.
Shout out to mom. Of course.
I'm a peasant compared to what she do with them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But,
Listen, man, this has been, Say Less with Kaz and Lowkey. Shout out to my guy Rick Onya, who was here, drove 7 hours from Cleveland, hung out
Just
with
a
us.
stunt on me.
Just a stunt on, guys. McDonald's deal. Oh yeah, that's what you get. But
let's go Yankee.
let's go Yankees.
other than that, my guy, Smoke DZA came to check us out here in Cliffside, Homegrown. This Friday, right?
This Friday.
Thursday
night.
Yes,
Thursday
absolutely.
night. That's the new shit that's going on right now. Because we used to drop on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays was
Tuesdays
the thing, bro.
Tuesdays was the
All
thing.
right, so that's good. So as soon as this podcast is out, if you're listening to this right now, tonight.
Timing is a
Stream that
bitch. But
shit.
Smoke,
Yeah,
man, glad you came over here, bro.
My brother,
I
man.
appreciate
Love you,
y'all.
bro.
Love you
Always, man. Yes, sir.
Kaz, this is a 2 guests one night.
Yo, I like the
It was
vibe of
fun,
this.
right?
Yeah, it feels like a late night TV show.
Yeah, it was good, right?
I feel like we're getting our fucking Johnny Carson on.
We did our thing. You know what I mean?
Ah, damn. Nah, we gonna do this more often. Like the
Listen,
Wednesday
let's-
night joints.
Wednesday night is the pull-up spot.
Oh yeah, especially during the finals. I know the finals is going on right now.
Gentlemen sweep.
Are the Lakers win?
I call gentlemen sweep for the Lakers.
I know you.
Gentlemen sweep?
I call gentlemen sweep for the Lakers, bro.
Wait, who
how
said
we sound
6?
it?
You said
Lakers
6.
in 6.
You said Lakers in 6?
No. So Rick said Miami in 6.
All right, Rick got Miami in 6.
Rick got Miami in 6.
Hold on, Rick, come back here. Come take the mic. Come take the mic real quick. 'Cause
Miami
I know
in 6?
I want to make sure that you're speaking from the heart and not from.
I'm a LeBron fanatic.
Absolutely, but
You taking Miami over?
you say
there?
Miami in 6 why?
Scrappy. They're winning right now.
Are they winning right? What's the
By
score?
one.
Well, no, y'all don't know that. If I would have walked up 5 minutes
They
ago,
winning by
Miami
1
was
point.
winning.
I've been looking.
Miami was
It's a
winning 5
1-point
minutes
game?
ago.
Oh,
Lakers
they
up by 6
now? Oh, that was quick.
Miami was winning when I said that.
They was up by 1.
Wait, Rick. I want to ask.
Jake always got the facts, bro.
I want to ask some more.
My man Jake
I want to ask
always
some
got
more.
the facts.
You are Mr. Cleveland.
I am.
You know what I mean? Like, there's only 3 people from Cleveland that everyone loves.
You know what? Oh,
LeBron.
who's Akron?
Well, 3 people from Ohio that everyone. LeBron, Machine Gun Kelly, and Rick. Right?
You're not
What about
fucking with
Kid Cudi?
Floss?
Oh, shots the floss, of course. Got a lot of
Steph
floss.
Floss,
what
DJ
about
Mill,
Kid Cudi?
we love y'all
Cudi,
niggas.
and Cudi.
And Cudi, yeah.
But Cudi was in Staten Island too, so like, Halle Berry's from Ohio?
Cleveland.
Really?
Oh, we love
shit.
Holly.
We love Halle
We
Berry.
love Holly. Drew Carey? Nah, I'll fuck with Drew Carey.
I'm good on Drew Carey.
I'm good on Drew Carey.
I'm gonna talk.
I'll fuck with Tom Hanks.
I'll fuck with his son.
I'll fuck with his son.
Steve Harvey.
Nah, I'll fuck with
I'm
Steve
on
Harvey.
Family Feud. I want to be on Family Feud one day.
We got a couple more.
Is that your man, Steve Harvey?
That's it?
I don't know. Y'all.
trying to get on Family Feud. My whole life.
Steve Harvey got a
Seen
tape
Christmas
pursuit.
Story?
I've seen a Christmas Story. He loves
You saw
Christmas
that?
Story.
What?
Christmas Story.
Oh, I love that was in Cleveland? Favorite Christmas movie. Better than Home Alone. We can
Anyway,
talk about
I
that
said
later.
all that to
Oh,
say.
we gotta talk about that
Yes.
later. I don't
Well,
know.
that's a take. That's a
All right,
take.
we'll talk about that
We'll
later.
do it on
when it
holiday
gets colder out.
episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. When it gets colder out, we'll talk about that.
All right, go,
cool.
Pete,
Yeah,
bro.
old
Definitely,
man.
Definitely. I don't know. Maybe it's in there somewhere. But goddamn, what were we gonna go?
50.
You said Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6.
And
I
Rick
say-
said Miami in 6.
I say gentlemen sweep. I say Lakers
all
in
right, so
5.
it's 51-43 right now. About 5 minutes left in the third or second
I looked
quarter.
up and they were down like a lot early. They were down like 14 at one point.
And here they are.
So I mean, they were on the
They
run.
show-
There you
look
go.
at here. Look at
AD
Anthony
with the
Davis.
block. That's Javella AD.
Javale.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's Javella.
Bron's in there? Or no, he's not
The
in
Heat
there.
went on a 13-0 run early.
Oh no, that's AD.
No, I'm
You got
saying
Mouse in
Bron's
the
not in
house.
there.
I like the 2 Kentucky bigs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
AD and Bam's gonna be a hell of a show. AD is scoring up right now.
This is going to be a scrappy series. It's going to be a scrappy series.
Who that? Maurice? Oh, bucket.
54-43.
X
Lakers
Factor.
up 11 now. I mean, I got the Lakers in the gentleman's sweep.
I got
just
the Lakers at
because-
5. I'll give you the Lakers at 5.
Just because, you know what I mean? I feel like LeBron, AD, any finals, if you got the 2 best players on the team, more than likely you're going to win. And on top of that,
And they're healthy.
the Lakers are better than any team as far as like turning off the faucet. Like if you hot, they gonna make sure you're not hot no more. Like you gotta look at everybody they had to go through to get to the finals. Like they called the Blazers when they was red hot,
Scorching.
and Dame Lillard was destroying dudes.
Yeah.
Denver.
They
Turn
turned
the
them off.
faucet off. And granted,
Denver,
he got hurt.
Jamal
but
Murray came in hot. Turned
Jamal
him
Murray
off.
hot as hell. Harden killing. Like they turned the faucet off on all three. Probably like what 4 of the best 6 scorers right now. You know what I mean?
They all turned them
KD and
off.
Steph ain't playing, but if you're talking about just pure scorers, Dame Lillard, Jamal Murray. You know what I mean? James Harden, Russell when he got it going, Westbrook. Like those are 4. You know what I mean? But
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it's going to be a hard situation for them to turn off.
I think. I mean, here's the thing.
Butler.
At worst, I think it goes 6 because it's Miami.
I'll give him 5.
I think Eric Spoelstra is a great coach that doesn't get enough credit because he's always had.
Which he's coached LeBron as well, so
he's
he has
coached
a little
LeBron
insight.
also. You know what I mean? And I just like the makeup of their team. I just like that. Like this is like the first finals in a while that I really like both teams.
Yeah.
Like in a perfect world, it goes 7, last shot. You know what I mean?
Same thing with the Raptors and the Sixers. Like it's like that.
Right. It's like it's 2 teams that I really like the makeup of. And
you're not going to be mad about who wins.
Yeah, like I got the Lakers as a gentleman's sweep, but
if the Sixers win, it's like, oh, okay, I get it.
If I'm wrong and like Jimmy Butler gets one, and I like Bam Adebayo a lot, I love Tyler Hero.
You're just like,
I love the Duncan
cool.
Robinson story.
Yeah.
Like I like them, and I like Eric Spoelstra.
Both sides of the stories make sense.
Definitely.
Dion Waiters gets a ring either way.
Dion Waiters gets a ring either way. Finesse MVP.
He could just leave the bubble right now.
Let me tell you about Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters ate some edibles. And somehow lucked up and to get a 2 championship rings or a guaranteed championship ring this season. So if you learn anything from Dion Waiters this year,
eat edibles.
Eat edibles.
Eat
a fucking edible.
It will take you to
the NBA Finals in the bubble in Orlando, Florida.
You will get it. But man, today was fun. Smoke, Rick, Fox, Wit. Appreciate y'all swinging through to Say Less as always. Appreciate you guys watching on youtube.com/Kazim. Always subscribing. We're growing. I love the energy around the podcast. I love the people talking about it, sharing the clips, telling people about it, leaving comments,
joking on us,
saying like, yo, this is one of my favorite new like anytime I see like, yo, it's hard to break into my podcast rotation, but y'all broke into it in record time.
I've seen that a lot.
That's the one that hits me. I'm like, yes.
Seen that a lot.
Now we're seeing that. So as you're seeing it, as you're saying it, we get great people like Rick coming on the show. We got great people like Smoke dropping his new album this weekend on the show. Fuck you, all right? Like,
your beard disappearing right now, bro.
God damn.
You see this shit? Like,
jeez Louise. Stop.
Oh,
please. You know we can't hear you.
Like, no one can hear you, right? No one can hear you.
God damn. Anyway, this has been Say Less with Kaz and Lowkey. Make sure you subscribe, whether it's on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, wherever you listen to your podcast.
Right.
Make sure you stream Smoke DZA's Homegrown lead single Santos Party House out right now. Get that, but make sure you cop the album this Friday. My man Rick Konia, aka Ricky Smith.
He want to go out. He want to go out. That's all he wanted.
Random acts.
He want to get back to the city. He want to get back to the city.
My name is Kaz. Like I say each and every week, stay free, stay safe, and always, always, always say less, low key.
And make sure you wear your fucking mask.
There it is. See you next week.
Say less.